Ladies and gentlemen, good evening. On behalf of the staff, faculty, administration, and the Board of Education, I would like to welcome you to the 2021 commencement ceremony for West Chicago Community High School. Tonight's a very special night, and it is anytime. However, this is particularly special. Earlier this year, I talked to a group of seniors when we knew that graduation was going to look different than it had looked before. And I asked them what they prioritized, what did they want? And to a person, they said, we want to graduate all of us together, one class, one ceremony. And thankfully, we were able to come here to Northern Illinois University, so all of you are together one last time here tonight for your commencement. We will begin our ceremony with the national anthem and Pledge of Allegiance, led by our Student Council President, Emily Bove. Please rise as you are able for the singing of our national anthem and remain standing for our Pledge of Allegiance.
I pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all.
Thank you. You may be seated. We begin tonight's ceremony with a senior farewell speech. The senior farewell speech is an opportunity for a senior student to address the graduating class and share words of appreciation, reflection, and inspiration. The opportunity is open to all seniors, and those who were interested presented their speech to a committee of faculty members and administration for the final selection. This year it gives me great pleasure to introduce this year's senior speaker. Over the past 4 years, Cassie Villa has been a member of the Weagle Drama Club, Latin Fever, Student Ambassadors, the speech team, and has helped manage the varsity baseball team. She comes here tonight and she'd like to thank her parents and brothers for supporting her and always believing in her. Please join me in welcoming Cassie Villa to the stage to share some parting words of wisdom with the class of 2021.
I want all my classmates to think about our first day in high school. All of us in the Bishop Gym trying to figure out our counselors and the different colors they had assigned us. There were many new faces, either from Lehman, Benjamin, or Winfield. And I don't know about you guys, but the upperclassmen made my anxiety 10 times worse. I remember trying to find my friends in the sea of new bodies. We had our first pep rally and saw the cheerleaders, pom boys, dance team, and other various clubs. We played icebreaker games to get to know our classmates and ate pizza from Pizza Now. Then it was off to find our classrooms and new teachers. I was so scared. I thought I would get lost and I wouldn't remember my teachers. And I was terrified thinking I won't meet anyone new. Boy, was I wrong. And after that day, the last 4 years of our childhood began. Part of me didn't want to include COVID-19 in my speech because we are so much more than the kids who graduated high school in a global pandemic. And that is true. We are a unique, diverse, and talented group of people who don't need something to define us. But the truth is, the pandemic showed us the people we want to be and who it was we wanted to surround ourselves with. So yeah, it is a big part of our high school careers. It definitely won't define our abilities, but this hardship could be used as a great conversation starter in the future. March 13th, 2020, the last day of normalcy. I remember everything getting canceled the day before. The drama competition shows, Latin Fever, spring sports, and all academic or athletic travel were canceled, along with so many of the annual traditions that students across the country have grown to look forward and love, no matter how much we think we don't care. Even though we all understood the reasoning, it didn't necessarily fill the void that the absence left. Parents were told to start working from home, teachers started online schooling. It was different for all of us. We thought we were going to be back for a 2-week spring break and we would be back by April. We were very wrong. Quarantine was a struggle for me, and I know it was for everyone else. We were so used to waking up at 6 and just seeing everyone at school, after-school activities and jobs, and just being normal. That was all taken away in the blink of an eye. Students, teachers, and parents realized that they had taken life before the pandemic for granted, as our social interactions and gatherings, seeing the extended family, being able to teach in person, and so much more had been stripped away. As we slowly rejoin the world, one important thing I learned this last year is to not take anything for granted. Hug your friends and family when it's safe again. Hang out with people whenever you have the chance. Teach in person and not online. Do your after-school activities with everything you have, because you never know when it will be taken away again. And most importantly, don't forget to tell all the important people in your life that you love them. I want to thank all the parents, guardians, grandparents, aunts, uncles who helped you throughout high school. This is so cliche, but we wouldn't be here without you. You drove us to every rehearsal or practice. You were always there for every sports game and concert. You would buy our last-minute supplies for those projects we had 2 weeks to work on. You gave us a shoulder to cry on, gave us some of the best advice ever. We are truly in debt for all the love and support you give us. I also want to thank our teachers. You help us not only academically, but emotionally. I can personally name at least 5 teachers who helped me so much since freshman year. You want us to be the best versions of ourselves and push us to be the best, because you see a light in us that not many do. So on behalf of 2021, thank you. Finally, I want to thank my classmates. Thank you for always putting a smile on my face when I'm sad, for making me laugh and making all my classes fun. And thank you for becoming my friends. And we've officially completed our childhood. I know we're going to be moving on to bigger and better things. I just know it. And like the great Greek philosopher Troy Bolton once said, once a wildcat, always a wildcat. To the class of 2021, thank you and good luck.
At West Chicago Community High School, each graduating class presents a school with a class gift. Here to present that gift is senior Brock Ullman.
Hello, class of 2021, parents and friends. This year's senior gift is the renovation of the student/squad section in the stands of the football field. We'll be purchasing banners to go around the student section to truly make it ours. Be sure to come back next year and see the newly renovated student section. Go Wildcats.
West Chicago High School bestows 2 categories of recognition on the graduating class that are based upon a cumulative grade point average from the last 7 semesters. Students who have earned a cumulative GPA of 4.75 to 4.999 have been recognized as graduating with distinction and are given white cords to wear with their gowns. At this time, I'd like to ask all students who have been awarded this designation of graduating with distinction to please stand and be recognized. Congratulations. Students who have earned a cumulative GPA of 5.0 or higher have been recognized as graduating with highest distinction, thus earning the highest recognition provided by the high school, and are given gold cords to wear with their gowns. Would all students who have been awarded the designation of graduating with highest distinction please stand at this time and be recognized. Congratulations. Each year, members of the senior class select a faculty member to speak at their commencement ceremony. This year, the class of 2021 has chosen orchestra director Alexandra Wojciechowski. 9 years ago, West Chicago Community High School had the good fortune to begin an orchestra program under the direction of Mrs. Wojciechowski. She earned her undergraduate degree from Elmhurst College in music education and a master's degree in music education with a focus on stringed instrumentation from Vandercook University in Chicago. She is a professional cellist by trade, in addition to directing our orchestra and teaching music theory. Please join me in welcoming Mrs. Wojciechowski to the stage as she shares just a few notes for the class of 2021.
Good evening. I'm very excited to be the faculty speaker this year. Thank you very much to all the attendees for coming out and for supporting your graduating seniors tonight. Thank you to Dr. Dwyer, Dr. Chang, to the board members, and to you seniors. Congratulations. It's really an honor and I'm very flattered. Okay, but really, I'm super nervous. Second thing, I had some other reservations about giving this speech this year, and I had 3. So the first one, I know what you're all thinking. I hope this lady's quick. Let's get on with the show. I want to walk across the stage. I will try to be as quick as possible. Second, I thought, oh boy, I get to give the COVID speech. Not like there's any controversy about that. Let's keep talking about it, right? I'm not going to talk about it tonight. That's all I have to touch on that. Yeah, that deserves a clap for sure. Thank you. And third, I thought to myself, what wisdom do I have to offer? I mean, really, like, what do I know? I know something about music, but I really doubt you want to hear about Haydn's compositional technique, so I'll keep moving on. But seriously, what do I really know that's worth talking to a group of graduating seniors about with their whole life in front of them? What do I know about myself that might help? And then I thought, how do I not be cheesy? What's my message going to be? Go for your dreams. Follow your passion. Make the most of your future. Those are all great sentiments, and I think you should do all those things, but you probably don't need me to tell you that. So I was stumped, and I thought what I really needed to ask myself was, what do I wish I had known at your age? It's funny. So now I'm in my 30s, my early 30s, okay? And I'm actually going to be a mom for the first time in a few months. Thank you. Thank you. On the flip side, I've never felt so unknowledgeable and a bit scared. And I truly feel like I know less and less each day. So I thought it was ironic that I was supposed to impart wisdom onto you guys tonight, because I definitely don't have all the answers. And when I look for an answer, I usually end up with more questions than I started with. And that perspective is so different from 15 years ago. I'll be honest. And when I was your guys' age, I was a total genius. Like, I was certain of it. I was pretty decent at the cello. I had good grades. I had a part-time job. I mean, I was basically adulting already. Except I wasn't. That was total sarcasm. I was living in my suburbs bubble under somebody else's roof with free rent, food, utilities, and unwavering love and support. Then I went to college, learned a bunch of stuff that made me a certified genius. So at 22, I was confident that I was a total life expert. I could get a job, I could pay my bills, I could be completely independent. That wasn't true. I quickly came to figure out that I knew pretty much nothing about nothing. And maybe that's harsh and a little bit self-deprecating. But I had a little bit of knowledge about some things. But there's a phrase, And it's a little knowledge can sometimes be harmful than no knowledge. Well, that was me. I thought I knew it all, when in reality, I only knew a tiny microscopic amount of what I needed to know. For work, I knew how to create basic lesson plans. I knew how to play some instruments, but those were all things that I learned in school. But at best, when I first started, my lessons were okay, but they were certainly not as effective as they are now. I was a little bit of a mess. And that was just work. Not to mention all the other responsibilities I had to take on as a 22-year-old know-it-all. With each passing day, I realized, and I continue to realize, how little I actually know about everything around me. But I'm still trying to learn. I'm trying to stay current and continue to educate myself on everything that applies to me. For me, that's education, music, now it's family, and the general boring adulting stuff, like finances and blah, blah, blah. But there's endless amounts to know. And as I learn, I'm more and more aware of my past mistakes. And there's a lot, like some that happen every day. But I've made peace with them. And maybe that's the practicing musician in me. A musician or an athlete or anybody that's studying to do any particular craft is always looking to refine their mistakes or work on their weaknesses, not just repeat the stuff that we're good at. And everybody fumbles. But now, after getting older, I have given myself permission to mess up, so long as I learn from my mistakes. And hopefully I'll make fewer mistakes down the road, or at least make fewer big mistakes. And just to add a little bit of cheesiness to my speech, I have to recite a quote, and it's from Henry Ford. He said, "The only real mistake is the one from which we learn nothing." So here's what a degree does for you. Whether it's your high school degree or an advanced degree, it doesn't make you the ultimate expert of any field or any given topic. It just gives you the green light to begin and start practicing or honing your skills or your craft. You'll get better as you go, and you'll make mistakes that you learn from. So I guess I do have some wisdom to impart on you guys. It could be more of an observation, but try to see that no person here knows everything about everything. I don't, you don't, the people behind me on this stage don't. Sorry. I hope I'm still working here tomorrow. I'm a real bummer. I get it, I know. Here you are, graduating and accomplishing something great. You complete a high school and you work so hard, and this frizzy-haired pregnant lady is going off about knowing nothing. But hear me out. I have a point. We're not alone. We all still have a lot to learn. And there's a lot to learn outside the classroom that is potentially even more important. Like how to work with others, how to contribute to our jobs and our communities, how to take care of relationships, our families, your friends, our homes, and yourselves. That's what I wish I'd known at your age, that you're not going to know everything. So go into your next phase of life with an open ear and listen as much as you can. Surround yourself with good people that you can learn from. There's a saying that you are the average of the 5 people you spend the most time with. And you'll make mistakes. Whatever. Just try to bounce back and gain something from them. Be open to learning from those that know more than you, and not just about the classroom content, but about how to be a human and how to be you. So go on and keep learning. I wish you all the best of luck. Take care of yourselves and others, and congratulations. We are so proud of you. Thank you.
Good evening, Wildcats, class of 2021. After 14 months of remote, asynchronous, and synchronous learning, we, your parents, teachers, staff, administrators, and members of the Board of Education are all very excited to be celebrating this moment with you in person. Congratulations to you on this very special achievement. You have gone through one of the most challenging and stressful years we have ever been through as a school, community, state, and nation. And because you weathered this storm and stood up under the pressures of change, uncertainty, and fear, we all know that you will enter this next chapter of your lives with a new level of resilience and confidence, a more profound appreciation for people and connectedness, and a greater vision for how you can make a positive difference wherever you go. Always remember, you are strong, you are brave, you are capable, and you are Wildcats. Learn unceasingly, live generously, and lead courageously. And now, without further ado, to Mr. Bob Brown, President of the Board of Education of Community High School District 94, I present to you the class of 2021 and hereby certify that these students have met all the requirements for secondary education as prescribed by the School Code of Illinois and by Community High School District 94 and are eligible to receive their diplomas.
Good evening, graduates, parents, family members, and friends. First, I would like to take a moment to acknowledge a few people that are here tonight. Please stand as I recognize you. From the West Chicago High School Board of Education, Vice President Lynn Casey Mayer. Secretary Rich Nagel. Members Penny Munoz and Giovanni Zaniga. If we have anyone from Winfield District 34, Benjamin District 25, or West Chicago District 33, please stand now and be recognized. Also in attendance this evening is State Senator Karina Villa. Please stand and be recognized. You may be seated. Dear West Chicago High School class of 2021, take a deep breath and savor the moment. You made it to graduation. Every class has some characteristics that distinguish itself from the graduating classes that came before. In thinking about this year's graduates, the word that seems to best describe you all is resilience. Everyone here has had to exercise amazing levels of resilience, as you have experienced more variations in how school is conducted than anyone ever thought possible. From the initial e-learning days back last spring to full remote this fall to hybrid, and finally to full in-person with remote available, you have survived and grown despite all the challenges. We all owe a deep level of respect and gratitude to all of our educators who re-architected their curriculum several times over in the last year. Graduates, can we all give a round of applause to thank our teachers for getting us through this challenging year? Graduates, through it all, despite the difficulties, you proved yourselves resilient and rose to the challenge. Your resilience will serve you well as you go on to the adventures of the next chapter of your life, whatever it may be, whether it is a career, college, raising a family, military service, anything else or some combination, your resilience will serve you well. Apart from building resilience, there's another lesson from the coronavirus time experience that I'd like you to think about for a moment. One thing that surprised a lot of people was the demonstration of just how interconnected we all really are. We all know that we're connected with our immediate family and with our community, but in this last year, we learned about even more layers of interconnection. We discovered that more people being at home instead of working at offices contributed to a shortage of toilet paper, because that changed the format of toilet paper that was needed. A shortage of computer chips can affect everything from automobiles to PlayStation 5s. House prices are rising because there's a shortage of lumber due to decreased production at lumber mills during the pandemic. The list goes on and on. We rediscovered just how deeply connected the supply chains that serve us are, and of how we are so connected and so affected by other seemingly distant actions, changes, and challenges. The point I'm trying to make isn't so much about supply chains as it is about the idea of how connected we all really are. Everything that you do and everything that you choose not to do affects others around you and can even affect those distant from you, often in unseen and unexpected ways. As you move into the next chapter of your lives, please take time to consider how connected we all are as you chart your course through life. As 17th century author John Donne famously observed, no man is an island. Please remember how interconnected we are, not just within our family or our community, but also our state, our country, our world, and all of humanity. With that in mind, as you choose your path through life, please be sure to live in such a way that you show love and compassion for others and to always do good works. I could end by saying make us proud, but that would be redundant. We all, your teachers, your school, your family, and your community, are already proud of who you are and are excited to see you stretch your wings and soar into the future. With that said, on behalf of the Board of Education, the administration and staff of West Chicago Community High School, I say well done and congratulations to the We Go class of 2021. Go We Go!
At this time, we will be proceeding to the presentation of diplomas. While we are all excited about this part of the ceremony, out of respect for all who are here to celebrate this occasion, we ask that you refrain from loud cheering so that all parents are able to hear their own child's names being called. Thank you.
Dana Leslie Armas.
Estefania Alemán.
Ralph Matthew Mayuga.
Isela Alfaro.
Gerardo Aguilar.
Kyria Aljamo.
Leo Ulysses Aguilar.
Mohammed Kazim Ali.
Melanie Guadalupe Aguilar.
Evelyn Kayla Alquicira.
Miriam Alcobaisi.
Ellen Guadalupe Alvarez.
Yvette Alanis.
Héctor Alvarez.
Leslie Johanna Alanis.
José Alexis Alves Avila.
Jose Albor.
Armando Alves González.
Carolina Alcantar.
Juan Diego Andrade.
Isalia Arias.
Araceli Antonio.
Andrea Arias Lopez.
Oscar Uriel Alegría Apolonio.
Vanessa Arizmendi.
Carmen Arevalo.
Yareli Ariola.
Luciana Ellen Belzer.
Kevin Jesus Arriaga.
Joshua Aaron Bangert.
Jose Francisco Ascension.
Justin Baranowski.
Brandon Yair Aviles.
Bianca Barrera.
Emily Bianca Ayala.
Joshua Barrera.
Emily Marie Basilio Fus.
Braulio Barrera Ramirez.
Oscar Bajena.
Isaias Barrios.
Ashley Baldner.
Annette Barron.
Luis Ballesteros.
Morelia Fernanda Bazan.
Andrea Bainez.
Catherine Bedola.
Marie de la Luz Birruete.
Brenda Beltrán.
Sophia Rose Black.
Giovanni Benitez.
Justin Dean Blackburn.
Garrett Joffer Benema.
James Bola.
Cielo Cabael Castro.
Ashley Elizabeth Borsma.
Melanie Persila Caballero.
Jesse Borchert.
Montserrat Caballero Vargas.
Dylan David Borja.
Dana Fatima Cabrera.
Emily Marie Bove.
Julissa Cadena.
Emily Rose Bramos.
Eduardo Calderón.
Lola Vega True Browning.
Natalie Ellis Calderón.
Hugo Bucio.
Citlali Calderón Torres.
Denise Carredo Munoz.
José Luis Camacho. Peyton
Nelson
Cam-
Corio. Oh, sorry. Nelson Corio.
Peyton Campbell.
Alejandro Abraham Carrillo Ortega.
Charles Michael Cardenas.
Isabel Casimiro.
Atali Leanne Carlos.
Rebecca Ann Caskey.
Adrián Antonio Carranza.
Julissa Castillo.
Eric Chavez.
Hugo Castro.
Alexander Chege.
Leobardo Castro.
Ashley Cicero.
Manuel Andrade Centeno.
Vincent Cielo.
Nancy Cervantes.
Chloe Clark.
Julia Marie Chacos.
Hunter Anthony Douglas Coco.
Christina Rose Champagne.
Frank Xavier Coconato.
Briseda Guadalupe Chavez.
Leslie Annette Colin.
Jalen Correa.
Tegan James Cook.
Javier Correa.
Jack Edward Cummins.
Julio Cesar Correa.
Alejandra Noemi Correa.
Cassandra Correa.
Aquetzali Correa.
Mariana Cortez.
Eduardo Correa.
Valeria Cortez.
Stephanie Quiris.
Carlos Ivan Cruz.
Lillian Grace Chuka.
Jennifer Cruz.
Brandon Michael Davis.
Jasmine Cruz Bonilla.
Lucia Ramos de Paz.
Linda Quatle.
Michael Diaz.
Joseph Gabriel Quatle Quatle.
Irene Nunez Dino.
Gabriel Cuenca Ramos.
Aylin Donato.
Gustavo Elias.
Carol Lisbeth Duran.
Alexandra Elizondo.
Emily Duran.
Thomas Harrison Enox.
Junior Luis Duran.
Jose Luis Escalante.
Jacob Duza.
Yajairo Espinal.
Gabriela Luis Fernandez.
Magali Espinal.
Destiny Ferreira.
Michelle Jacqueline Espinal.
Natalie Ferreira.
Esmeralda Esquivel.
Gustavo Alexander Figueroa.
Jonathan Esquivel Sanchez.
Argenis Flores.
Marco Antonio Esteban.
Andrea Garcia.
Connor Davis Farley.
Armando Garcia.
Kendall M. Farm.
Evelyn Garcia.
Jackson Patrick Favor.
Isabel Garcia.
Lizeth Garcia.
Jennifer Garcia.
Mayoreli Garcia.
Jonathan Garcia.
Marco Antonio Garcia.
Jordan Garcia.
Noel Garcia.
Sarah Yi Gimri.
Noemi Garcia.
Paul Gloss.
Valentin Garcia.
Christopher Gonzalez.
Johan Garcia Escalante.
Esmeralda Gonzalez.
Stacy Areli Garcia Jurado.
Michelle Gonzalez.
Natalie Garduno.
Christopher George Gontanes.
Rafael Gerbe.
Margaret Grabarczyk.
Cohen Edward Garling.
Michael Grage.
Victor Manuel Gatica.
Sarah Colleen Gromit.
Zachary Gilbert.
Mia Liana Guasta.
Yesenia Anaí Guerrero.
Carol Montserrat Guerrero.
Andrea Esmeralda Gutierrez.
Freddie Guerrero.
Brandon Gutierrez.
Ivan Guerrero.
Mariela Guzman.
Christopher Hernandez.
Ryan Hanna.
Daniela Hernandez.
Lillian Edith Rose Hansen.
Guadalupe Bridget Hernandez.
Maxwell Chase Harris.
Jacqueline Hernandez.
Emma Hart.
Marco Antonio Hernandez.
Morgan Christina Hatfield.
Alexander Michael Herrera.
Emily Heath.
Saúl Hinojosa.
Anais Jovana Hernandez.
Jacob Hoffman.
Yeah. Anel Hernandez.
Autumn Josephine Hastica.
Monica Huizar.
Alexi Huerta.
Nia Humphrey.
Delia Adriana Huerta.
Sarah Beth Hurley.
Edgar Raymond Huerta.
Aiden Vincent Incroci.
Alexandria Rose Johnson.
Samuel Incroci.
Chloe Doris Johnson.
Alexander Jacobo, excuse me.
Griffin Patrick Johnson.
Rachel Jalloway.
Lupita Juarez.
Evelyn Marie Hamro.
Stephanie Juarez.
Catherine Marie Janis.
Xavier Juarez.
Karen Jimenez.
Juliana Jurado.
Raúl Jimenez.
Cristiana Capitaneas.
Jose Fernando Rodriguez Huesca.
Amber Lynn Corrales.
Adam Kim.
Quentin Keith.
Serena King.
Reed Canali.
David Michael Keene.
Jacob Emmanuel Lim.
Tristan William Lake.
John Constantine Lavanos.
Victoria Ann Lambert.
Fabian Viagran Yandes.
Gabriel Thomas Lamperis.
Lisbeth Loa.
Zachary Raymond Langelier.
Juan Lopez Rubio.
Ernesto Lara Lopez. Ernesto Lara.
Joy Ludwig.
Raúl Genaro Lavariega.
Edith Luna.
Cristian Lazaro Barrera. Ruby Star Lebo.
Emil Lutviev.
Laura Lighthizer.
Zachary Allen Malkowski.
Rebecca Lighthizer.
Thomas John Manspeaker.
Jeslyn Marie Martin.
Casey Lillian Chloe Mance.
Evelyn Samantha Martinez.
Jasmine Medina.
Jasmine Margarita Martinez.
Valeria Medina.
Johan Martinez.
Giovanni Mendez.
Roberto Josue Martinez.
Ariana Mendez Munoz.
Liliana Marie Mateski.
Jose Luis Mendoza.
Edwin Mauricio.
Jennifer Merino.
Charles Allen May.
Sarah Ann Miller.
Ryan Charles McComb.
Alessia Muley.
Sophia McComb.
Vidauri Isaías Monares.
Josiah Douglas McLean.
Vexaidi Montenegro Rodriguez.
Christian Medina.
Zuleima Yuritza Montoya.
Crystal Espinal Medina.
Donovan Mauricio Montoya Ruiz.
Claudia Mora.
Stacia Alexis Moore.
Yahaira Xiomara Morales.
Morgan Niesmeyer.
Jenny Morales.
Brandon Le Wen.
Natalie Virginia Morales.
Ryan David Wen.
Brian Moreno.
Robert Ronald Nickrand.
David Moreno.
Bernardita Priscila Nieves.
Alfredo Munoz.
Mois Nioquizera.
Angel David Munoz.
Julia Naski.
Carla Munoz.
Brianna Marie Nunez.
Miguel Angel Munoz Alcantar.
Jesus Nunez.
Leslie Jacqueline Najera Rivas.
Sadie Obenauer.
Daniel Napier.
Carlos Gabriel Ocampo.
Brandon Natsky.
Jacob Anthony Ocon.
Alexander Olivares.
Alexander Oda.
Jorge Alberto Orea.
Adriana Perez Morales.
Melissa Ortiz.
Alexis Perez Simon.
Ronaldo Osornio.
Marquis Phillips.
Isaías Jair Palacios Garca.
Daniel Leonardo Piatanza.
Shaili Patel.
Ronaldo Polanco.
Alex Nicholas Patino.
Esteban Ramirez.
Ashley Capistran Perez.
Grecia Ramirez.
Guadalupe Ruiz Perez.
Jasmine Ramirez.
Mark Anthony Perez.
Jorge Alonso Ramirez.
Tommy Lee Perez.
Carmen Gabriela Ramos Vera.
Abigail Perez Chica.
Alejandro Resendez.
Ulysses Resendiz.
Claudia Rodriguez Chavez.
Alejandra Reyes.
Ricardo Julián Rojas.
Cristian Reyes.
Karina Jocelyn Roman.
Dulce Emily Reyes.
Gustavo Romero.
Pedro Antonio Reyes.
Jennifer Romero.
Abigail Grace Riggert.
Jonathan Romero.
Ana Laura Rios.
Lisbeth Romero.
Armaris Rodriguez.
Vianette Romero.
Yvonne Rodriguez.
Yahaira Romero.
Jennifer Rodriguez.
Guadalupe Mayela Rosales.
Jeremy Rodriguez.
Crystal Rubio.
Rosalinda Rodriguez.
Yaneli Rubio.
Marissa Irene Russell.
Yasmin Rubio.
Rihanna Ruby Russo.
Jonathan Sanchez Castro.
Ana Cristina Salazar.
Daquan LaShawn Sanders.
Javier Jared Salgado.
Jose Ricardo Santana.
Betsy Salinas.
Ryan Schmidt.
Britzy Salinas.
Kenneth Schumann.
Adrian Angel Sanchez.
Anna Maria Schultz.
Denise Angelis Sanchez.
Grace Ann Schweiss.
Kimberly Sanchez.
Eshani Sebastian.
Lisbeth Sanchez.
Caleb Andrew Shade.
Maximiliano Sanchez.
Alexa Soto.
Matthew Lawrence Stavanger.
Lucas Starry.
Quentin Stone.
Uriel Valdez.
Riley Ziggy Sutherland.
Julian Valdez.
Liliana Joy Shremsky.
Edgar Valdez Ponce.
Lorelai Ann Tilson.
Brian Vargas.
Alexis Mary Turan.
Diego Vargas.
Michelle Torres.
Dulce Catalina Vargas.
Ulysses Torres.
Ismael Joshua Vargas.
Eleni Trushov.
Nicholas Michael Vargin.
Brock Edward Ullman.
Abril Vasquez.
Daniel Uriostige Garcia.
Elias Nicholas Vasquez.
Francis Alejandra Valdez.
Joanna Carolina Velázquez.
Michael Anthony Vincente.
Alejandro Ventimila.
Cassandra Villa.
Andrea Juquila Vera.
Jennifer Villa.
William Wingstead.
Ulysses Villegas.
Victoria Whitek.
Asilia Rianne Viscoyosi.
Brooklyn Tanner Worth.
Grayson Thomas Wheely.
Christopher Enrique Yera.
Luke G. Wiesner.
Carissa N. Zafirio.
Joseph Clark Williamson.
Kyle Zanoria.
Graham Wilson.
Giovanni Joel Zavalza.
Caitlin Grace Wilson.
Trevor Zabinovic.
Evan N. Wing.
Ian William Zentner.
Brenda Sanchez Garcia.
Benjamin Zalota. Giovanni Zurita. Alexander Barrera. Brandon Vanegas. Rimas Jarka.
Ladies and gentlemen, I present to you the graduated class of 2021. Congratulations, Wildcats, you did it. Parents, families, you can meet students outside the north entrance. Great job, guys.